Did you know that the US tax code is over 70,000 pages long? That's longer than the entire Harry Potter series combined, multiple times over. And yet most of us only interact with a tiny fraction of it.
Oh, wow, that's wild. I mean, no wonder people feel so overwhelmed by taxes. It's like trying to navigate a maze without a map.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Most people don't realize that the tax code isn't just a list of rules to follow, it's also full of opportunities, but you can't take advantage of them if you don't know they exist.
Right. And I think that's where tax education becomes so important. It's not just about compliance or avoiding penalties, it's about understanding how the system works so you can make it work for you.
Totally. And that's why I think companies like ARC and Ledger Accounting are so valuable. They're not just about preparing your taxes or helping you through an audit. They're about empowering people with knowledge, helping them understand the why behind the numbers, not just the what.
And what really stands out about Arc and Ledger is that they have an enrolled agent on staff. For anyone who doesn't know, an enrolled agent, or EA, is someone who's federally authorized to represent taxpayers before the IRS. They're like the special forces of the tax world.
That's a great analogy. EAs are trained to navigate the complexities of the tax system in a way that most of us can't even begin to imagine. They've passed rigorous exams, they're held to a strict code of ethics, and they're required to stay up to date on all the latest tax laws.
And that's such a big deal, especially when you think about how often tax laws change. I mean, just in the last few years, we've seen major overhauls, pandemic-related relief measures, and all kinds of new rules and regulations.
Exactly. And keeping up with all of that is a full time job in itself. That's why having someone like an EA in your corner can make such a huge difference. They're not just there to help you fix problems after they happen. They can actually help you plan ahead and avoid problems in the first place.
And that's such a game changer, especially for small business owners or freelancers. Those are the people who often get hit the hardest when it comes to taxes because they're responsible for everything. Income taxes, self-employment taxes, you name it.
Right? And if you don't know what you're doing, it's easy to make mistakes, like not setting aside enough money for taxes or missing out on deductions you're entitled to. And those mistakes can be costly, not just financially but emotionally.
Oh, absolutely. No one wants to get a letter from the IRS saying they owe thousands of dollars. That's the kind of thing that can keep you up at night. But the good news is it doesn't have to be that way.
Exactly. With the right guidance and a little bit of education, you can take control of your taxes instead of letting them control you. And that's what I think is so great about the approach companies like ARC and Ledger take. They're not just there to prepare your taxes or help you through an audit. They're there to teach you, to make sure you understand what's going on and why.
And that's such a refreshing approach. I mean, how many times have you heard people say, I hate taxes or I don't understand taxes? Like it's like this universal frustration. But it doesn't have to be that way.
Totally. And I think the more people understand about how taxes work, the less intimidating they become. It's like anything else. Once you know the rules, you can play the game.
I love that analogy. And I think it's so true. Taxes don't have to be this big, scary thing. With the right education and the right support, they can actually be an opportunity.
Absolutely. And I think that's the key takeaway here. Whether you're an individual, a small business owner, or anyone in between, investing in tax education is one of the smartest things you can do.
Couldn't agree more. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or don't know where to start, that's okay. That's why companies like Arc and Ledger exist to guide you, support you, and make sure you're set up for success.
Exactly. So if you're listening and you've been putting off dealing with your taxes or you've been feeling stressed about it, just remember, you're not alone. And there are people out there who can help.
Absolutely. And it all starts with education. The more you know, the more empowered you'll be. And who knows? You might even start to see taxes as less of a chore and more of an opportunity.
Now that's a thought. Taxes as an opportunity, I like it.
Me too. Let's make it a thing.